Hi everybody, it's been a long time since I posted a little garden video. So today I'm going to make a super quick video on how to make a worm composting bin setup so that you can harvest worm castings, also known as worm poop, because it's really great fertilizer for your organic beds. So you need a couple of things. First of all, you need 3 identical plastic bins. I'd say probably 14 to 20 gallons would be a good size. Jeff picked these up for me from Walmart. You could get them anywhere, I guess. The first bin, you leave alone completely, don't do anything to it. The second thing you need is a drill with a 1/4-inch drill bit. What you're gonna do with that is, in the other 2 bins, you're gonna make holes in the top of the bottom of the bin, at about 2-inch spacing, and you can see there's a little ridge in mine because this is an indentation, so also put holes in that, because these holes are for a couple things. 1, for drainage of any excess fluids. 2, for movement of the worms between 2 bins, and 3, for worm castings to fall through. So you're going to do this to 2 of the bins. Those same 2 bins, you're going to put holes around the top so that the worms have air holes, because they're animals like us and they breathe. So you prepare 2 bins like that. You leave 1 bin totally alone. In one of the 2 bins that you have the holes, you're going to prepare what is called bedding, the area where the worms will live and perform their daily functions. And you need 3 ingredients essentially for that. I put peat moss, which your mom or dad could probably find at any store that has a garden area, maybe a Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart or whatever. Peat moss looks like this. It's really fluffy, and so that's first ingredient, peat moss. Second ingredient, paper, shredded paper. My paper is from Jeff's office shredder. He's been cleaning his office. I had about a bucket's worth of paper, shredded paper, and probably about the same amount of peat moss, and big heaps of thanks to my neighbor Lynn, who gave me peat moss because I didn't have any. And she had a whole bunch. And the third thing that you want to put into that bedding is some local soil. So I maybe had 2 little shovels full of our sandy soil, and that provides the grit for the worms' digestive process. And the last thing you need to put in there is water. You just pour it in there and mix it all around. The most important thing here, prepping the bedding, is that it's not sopping wet, but it's not too dry. How you'll know is you could kind of like squeeze it, and it'll feel kind of like a sponge that is all squeezed out, and it kind of bunches up, but you could easily break it if you needed to, okay? So that's good worm bedding, perfectly there. All right, the last thing you need to do is add the worms and the food, and it'll be perfect. So how you set up this, you have your 3 bins. You're going to have this bin be on the bottom always. It'll collect any excess fluids, which you can you could put a little what do you call it, like a cooler plug in the bottom so it could drain out easily. Super easy if you want. I'm just gonna leave mine for now and see if I can just take it off every now and then and empty the fluid. Then you're going to put this one, the empty one. This is where all the worm castings and the fluids will fall. The fluids will find the lowest point and go down here, and hopefully the worm castings would build up there, because you're not going to be shaking this around. Then, let's see if I can hold this. I can't hold it. You're going to just heave that one into the top. Okay, now, so you've got those all 3 set up. like that stacked, what you're gonna do next is you're going to kind of dig out a little area and you're gonna put some food. So I'm putting some old greens and some lettuce and cilantro that we didn't use it, unfortunately. So we got this food for them, and then we're gonna add the worms. Now, if you live in a really cool climate, cool as in like neat, you might be able to find a whole bunch of worms at your own house, around your apartment complex or whatever. But we don't have a lot of worms here because we don't have super organic soil where I live. So I had to actually buy my worms. So I'm gonna put that right there. I got these from this worm farm, and I'm sure you could get other kinds. This is just the kind that they sold on Amazon. And since I am not going out a lot, I didn't want to have to go anywhere to find my worms, so I just ordered them online. So if you have that option, you could do that. When they arrive, you gotta be ready for them and start ready. These just got here like an hour ago. So I'm gonna empty the worms into the bin. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, look at them. Yes, cool worms. Okay, so we've got all these worms. That's so cool. Check them out. They are really happy. I added, as the instructions that came in the box, the FedEx box said add a cup of water as soon as they arrive. So I had them sitting in this bucket and I added water just to the bag so they could like feel happy. Now, they've got their food. You're going to, because they don't like the light, cover them up. And then in a week, you'll put more food in there from your compost. Don't put dairy, don't put citrus, don't put onions. Obviously don't put any animal products, like nothing meaty or fats or nothing like that. Just what you would normally put in your green bin if you compost. And if you don't compost, let me know and maybe I should teach you how to compost. Is this upside down? I feel it's upside down. Okay, so and then next week when you feed them again from your compost bin in the kitchen, just put the food here, cover it back up, and the worms will migrate over there. After a couple of months, they will have turned a lot of that food, those months of feeding, into really, really rich, fertile worm castings. You'll pick up this top bin, the worm castings will be down there. You can remove the worm castings and you can move that bottom bin to the top and kind of keep it going. Okay, you could just anyway, if you can't figure it out on your own, let me know and I'll tell you. But I wanted to keep this video really short because a lot of videos on this are super, super long. So I hope you enjoyed this video and I'm really excited. I'm gonna put the top on our new worm farm. And there we have it. Yay! Have a great day.